Now we're going to graph the 5 number summary, and this type of graph is called a box plot. So we're going to look at a set of geometry quiz grades, and first of all, I'm going to go ahead and set up the 5 number summary again, and the easiest way to do that is to list the numbers from smallest to largest if you're doing this by hand. Remember, sometimes on the Q1, Q3 medians, you can get a slightly different answer if you use the calculator for those calculations. So first of all, min and max are pretty obvious once I've listed them in order. And then to find the median, we're basically going to cross out the numbers in pairs until we get to the middle point. And we find out that the middle point is 70 right here. Then to find Q1, I'm going to take the first half, including the median, since there's only one point there, and cross off till I get to the middle of that group. And you can see my median's halfway, Q1 will be halfway between 60 and 60, which is 60, so that works out. And then I'm going to cross out for Q3, I start on both ends, the 70 that's the median here and the 100 that's the max, and then cross them out in pairs again, and my Q3 is 80. The first step for making a box plot is to draw an axis that covers the entire span of data. Since I'm dealing with quiz scores, the lowest possible range is 0, or the lowest possible point is 0, and the highest possible value is 100. Now I'm going to draw a short vertical segment at Q1, which is 60. So there it is. And I'm also going to do the median, 70, and the Q3, which is 80. Then I'm going to connect these to create a box using Q1 and Q3. You're going to notice that the IQR is the width of this box, or basically the distance between Q1 and Q3. Our IQR is 20. And that's an important number because we're going to be using it for the next section, which is making the fences. So you erect the upper fence is determined by Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. In this case, 80 plus 1.5 times 20 is 110. It's higher than our biggest data point, so we're going to use our high data point, the highest one that falls inside of the fence, and that's at 100. Then we do our lower fence. That's Q1, which is 60, minus 1.5 times 20, so 60 minus 30 is 30. I'm going to use 40 because it's the lowest number inside of our fence here. So you can see that I don't use 28 because it's outside of the fence, but I will use 40. And that brings up the last issue, which is outliers. Our lower fence is at 40 because it's set by the minimum for the data, and our upper fence is at 100, again also set by the maximum of the data. So we're going to mark the points that fall outside of that range. Again, here are the points listed in order. The two numbers that fall outside of that range are 5 and 28. So I'm just going to add these two outliers. That's roughly 28 and that's roughly 5. And that is my box plot.